And welcome back to a chilly Falcon Athletic Complex here in Wardsville, Missouri. The temperature is currently 34 degrees, but it's a clear night, a good night for football. And it's Friday night, and I'm Ed Kniest, and once again, it's time for this district championship version of Kniest Keys to the Ball Game. First up, for the Blair Oaks Falcons in their match against the St. Francis Borgia Knights out of Washington, Missouri, the Blair Oaks defense continues to impress. The Falcons defense was a bit of a concern after the 54-42 win over Maryville in week one. Although the squad had a number of players returning from last season, they were still a young team overall, and some may have questioned if they could keep future games from turning into shootouts. But that's no longer an issue. In the 9 games since Maryville, the Gang Green defense has been outstanding, limiting opposing teams to 14 or less points in 8 of those games, an average of 9.8 points per game. The Falcons have an impressive offense, and that often takes the focus away from the defensive side, but the 2022 edition of the Blair Oaks defense is quite impressive in their own right, especially when it comes to denying their opposition in the end zone. However, the Falcons this year appear to be a determined bunch that are only focused on the task at hand, which is to win tonight's game and let tomorrow take care of itself. That's been the hallmark of a Ted LePage coach team at Blair Oaks, so look for the Falcons to be determined to end the night's season tonight.
We are moments away from high school football. This is what it's all about. It is the Class 2 District 2 District Finals. It's District Finals night across mid-Missouri and across the state of Missouri. 16 teams are still in this tournament in the Class 2 classification. And the winner of tonight's ball game will take on the winner of the New Madrid County Central Lift for Life ball game, which is also being played tonight in the New Madrid County Central area down in southeast Missouri. The teams are on the field. The coin has been tossed. Edward, what do you see out there?
Well, the Borgia Knights, they won the toss, and they elected to receive. They will be going from right to left. The Falcons, clad in their traditional Kelly green jerseys with the white numerals, white pants, Kelly green helmet. They'll be going left to right. They'll start out on defense, which is a little unusual. Usually we see the Falcons start on offense tonight. And the Borgia Knights, they're clad pretty much in all white. White jerseys with royal blue numerals, white pants with a royal blue stripe, yellow helmets with a blue stripe down the center, and the team logo on the side of the helmet. And they're still getting some last instructions from both sides, the head coaches. The Falcons come out to kick off. Laughlin has the ball teed up. He's ready to go. And with the play-by-play of tonight's district championship game, here's Dick Aldrich.
And Laughlin kicks it high and deep, and Kell will field it over on the far sidelines at the 10 to the 15. He's hemmed in, breaks tackles, and is pulled down out at about the 30-yard line. He lost the football at the end. He was spun around, but the officials say that he was down. Wing to the left side. 3 receivers in the formation. Zeltman goes back, and he's chased right away, runs around the right side, and dances out of bounds very close to the original line of scrimmage. As it was Bryson Varner getting through there.
You can see it. There's a couple men on the offensive line that are wearing white helmets.
Those are the captains of the team.
Okay, so the captains wear white helmets. I thought for a minute they maybe forgot to put a paint job on them this week.
It's very old-fashioned. Zeltman on second down, hands off, and Vollmer goes right into a green wave right in the middle of the line. Jaxon Marshall starting things along with Brady Kerperin. And check it, that was number 8. That's the sophomore Hayden Wolf. Vollmer is in at the running back position now. He's behind Zeltman in the pistol. 3 receivers to the left side, single receiver right. Zeltman back to pass on 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz, and there he goes. Zeltman goes down back inside the 25 at the 22-yard line as the Falcons brought everybody that time, and leading the tacklers 72, and that is Justin Koetting, the sophomore who's in there at the defensive tackle position for Parker Bennett.
They're going to mark him back at the 25.
Loss of 7 yards on the play. To the left of the quarterback, Hare. Lackman in motion to the right. Hare's going to swing it to him on 1st down. Lackman pulls it in, gets down the sidelines. 45, pulled out of bounds inside the 45 at the 40-yard line. And he'll be marked out of bounds just short of the 1st down, but give him 9 yards on 1st down. 3 receivers to the right side. That's Hall in motion back towards the line of scrimmage. Hare back to pass. Looking, throws deep down the middle, and it's going to be caught by Closser. Touchdown! Falcons! 43 yards. Closser got one step on the safety Kel and went into the end zone. And the Falcons are on the scoreboard with 9:17 to go in the first quarter. Blair Oaks 6 and St. Francis Borgia nothing. And here comes Nolan Laughlin on for the extra point. Closser will hold. Snap is back, ball is down. The kick is up, it's high, it's long, and it is good. 9:17 to go in the first quarter. Blair Oaks 7, St. Francis Borgia nothing on MidwestSportsOnline.com. We will return to the Falcon Athletic Complex after this timeout. That's the sophomore Wolf to the left of the quarterback, and the quarterback Zeltman keeps it, turns it up, gets out across the line of scrimmage and pushes forward. May have gotten to the 33, but not much more. Brady Kerperin on the tackle there for the Falcons, along with Koetting. And they will mark the ball at the 33-yard line. Give Cohen Zeltman, the quarterback, a gain of 2 yards on the play.
If they can get in there and maybe block this one.
Mort, the punter, on. Snap is back. And
got it.
Blocked. It's blocked. Holden Brand got that one. Ball rolling free. Falcons will get it back at the 20-yard line.
I think that was Bryson Varner that picked it up.
Brand. Yeah, Bryson Varner may have picked it up, but Holden Brand blocked it.
Yeah. Looked like Bryson was the one that was able to pick it up, and he was wrestled out of bounds. But there's a turnover right away.
Second down and 9. Hare on the play, quarterback option. Runs it up the middle to the 10. Cuts inside to the 5. Touchdown! Falcons!
Dylan Hare from 20 yards out.
Oh, you know, it's his time of year. He's a senior. He can taste it. And you know he's going to put on the shows here in the postseason. The first quarterback in Missouri high school history to throw for 10,000 yards and run for 5,000 yards.
He's a few yards short, I think.
Well, it depends on who you talk to.
Well, no, he needed. I'll go with Greg Jackson. He had 29 yards, or he needed 69 yards coming in tonight. Passing.
Laughlin kicks the extra point, and with 6:47 to go in the first quarter, the Blair Oaks Falcons lead the St. Francis Borgia Knights by the score of 14-0 on MidwestSportsOnline.com. Zeltman on first down, hands off, and that is the senior running back, and he goes nowhere. Trenton Volmart maybe got back to the line of scrimmage and maybe got a yard to the 40-yard line before the middle of the line turns him back. Getting Luebbering there.
By the Falcons.
First and goal from the 8-yard line. Zeltman runs it to the left side, turns it up, and makes a man miss, and he gets hit hard below the waist at about the 5-yard line. Falcons cut him down there. As it looks like it might have been Kerperin on the tackle there. After a gain of 3 yards for Zeltman. In the backfield behind the quarterback, Zeltman. Zeltman hands to Wolf, and Wolf hits up and dives for the end zone, and he goes in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Borgia. 1:38 to play, first quarter. Blair Oaks Falcons 14, and St. Francis Borgia 6. 1:38 to play, first quarter. Blair Oaks 14, St. Francis Borgia 7 on MidwestSportsOnline.com. Once again, tandem receivers either side. Hare looking back, and he's going to keep it himself. Dances outside to the 30. Put a man on the ground. Puts another man on the ground to the 15, 20, to the 10-yard line and pulled out of bounds. The man's a magician. He dances and bobs and weaves. On first and goal to go from the 9. They hand to Lackman. Lackman bounces outside, goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Falcons.
Lackman shows that he can make a few cuts and a few guys miss tackles.
He kind of stutter-stepped his way into the line, almost came to a complete stop, and then jumped to his left, and there was a hole over there, and he went skittering into the end zone from 9 yards out. The Falcons are back on the scoreboard with 24 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's 20-7 in favor of Blair Oaks.
And that's good. Like to see Hayden get some good yards, get a score, because that'll kind of ease up the pressure on Dylan Hare to do all the work. And meanwhile, the PAT is good.
Laughlin kicks the extra point with 24 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's Blair Oaks 21 and St. Francis Borgia 7 on MidwestSportsOnline.com. We'll return to the Falcon Athletic Complex in Wardsville after this timeout. First down from the 28-yard line. They hand off, jet sweep around the right side, and the man cuts up to about the 30-yard line. Gets a couple of yards before he's thrown back. Nathan Kell, 6'1", 165, and a junior taking the handoff. And he'll get a couple of yards, and it'll bring up second down and 8 now.
And that'll end the first quarter.
1 quarter in the books for the Blair Oaks Falcons, leading the Borgia Knights by the score of 21-7 on MidmoSportsOnline.com. Midmo Sports Online continuing coverage of high school football. We'll return to the Falcon Athletic Complex in Wardsville after this timeout. 9:36 to go, second quarter. Blair Oaks leading 21-7. Zeltman optioning to the right. He's going to cut it up, and he's going to get spun around and thrown down by Brady Kerperin. Kerperin hitting him right near the line of scrimmage. They will mark him back at the line of scrimmage and bring up a second down. Second down and 10 for Borgia. 3 receivers to the left, single receiver right. Pump and go deep down the sidelines. This pass going to be intercepted by the Falcons. Picked off and coming back with it. That's Wieberg. Alec Wieberg to the 15, to the 20, to the 25.
He may go.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50. One man to beat. There's the block. 30, 25, 20, 15.
Get the ref to get out of the way.
5, and he breaks a tackle. Still on his feet. And he's down short of the goal line at the 1-yard line.
If the referee hadn't got out of the way, he would have scored.
About a 90-yard return, and running Kerperin, the fullback, Varner and Lackman, the running backs. Hare is going to keep it himself. Checking, I think that was Kerperin. And Kerperin takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown Falcons, 8:25 to go in the second quarter, and the Blair Oaks Falcons increase their lead to 27-7. An ill-advised pass by Zeltman there, going back to pass and just threw it off his back foot and really just kind of hung up in the air. Falcons had 2 men back there, and Wieberg, the safety, picked it off and took it back. Laughlin on to add the extra point. He kicks it through, and with 8 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the second quarter, the Blair Oaks Falcons lead St. Francis Borgia by the score of 28-7. And on first down, Zeltman throws an out pattern to the far sidelines. The man makes a juggling catch, and Closser throws him out of bounds. Sam Tepker had it hit him in the hands. It bounced up in the air, and that allowed Closser to come racing in and push him out of bounds. Tepker hung on for about a 2-yard gain, but that's going to be it. To the near side, and that's Sam Tepker. On 3rd and 3, Zeltman rolling to his left, throws on the run, and the pass is nearly intercepted. Out at the 40-yard line, it was an out pattern, and jumping the route was Jace Rackers. And it was a good thing that pass came up short, or else Jace might be off to the races. Pass came up short. They were looking for Kell on a quick out to the right sidelines.
Falcons are looking there. Come again. There's a flag.
And somebody might have been offside. The Falcons blocked it again. Kerperin blocked it. And picking it up and running it in for the touchdown. That's Jaxon Marshall. And let's see if this will stand. Penalty flag on the play. Marshall goes in for the touchdown, but let's see. There was movement before the snap. Illegal procedure against Borgia. Jaxon Marshall's just scored a touchdown. Falcons. Brady Kerperin blocked it. Jaxon Marshall ran it in. Unbelievable. The big man, Jaxon Marshall.
You gotta love it.
All 6'4" and 240 pounds of him. Snap is back, the ball is down, the kick is up, it's high, it's long, and it is good. 7:17 to play in the second quarter. It's Blair Oaks 35 and St. Francis Borgia 7 on MidmoSportsOnline.com. We will return to the Falcon Athletic Complex in Wardsville after this timeout. Now they go to a 2-back set with Zeltman, the quarterback, as they'll put in Trenton Volmert in the backfield now, along with Wolf. And on first down, they hand around the near side, and Wolf get hammered from the inside out.
Well, that Falcon defense, that's Kerperin again.
That's Brady Kerperin. It was Volmert who got lit up.
That Falcon defense, they're smelling it now. There's blood in the water and risk another block.
Wolf to the left of the quarterback, Zeltman, on fourth and less than a yard. Zeltman's going to keep it himself. He's in the backfield. He's not even going to get back to the 35-yard line. The Falcons throw him down, and leading the tacklers, the freshman, Carson Luebbering, in on the stop for the Falcons.
Well, I talked about it. That was my first key, is that this defense has been getting better and better since game one against Maryville, and they are showing it tonight.
Loss of a yard from the 35. Hare's going to keep it himself, and there goes Dylan to the 30, 25, 20, down the middle, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Falcons! Dylan Hare from 35 yards out, and it's 41-7. And Laughlin kicks it through, and the Falcons continue to score. 5:31 to go, second quarter. Blair Oaks 42, Borgia 7 on MidmoSportsOnline.com. We'll return to the Falcon Athletic Complex after this timeout.
Block punt return was only one play, but then this last touchdown, one play, 35 yards in 9 seconds.
Kell on the jet sweep from left to right is thrown down, as he's going to be very close to the first down, out about the midfield stripe as he turned the corner, and Carson Luebbering threw him down. Hayden Wolf to the right of the quarterback, Zeltman. Three receivers to the left on first down. Zeltman faked the give, and Jaxon Marshall jumped Zeltman in the backfield, back at about the 36-yard line.
Jaxon Marshall, he's got twinkle toes now. He scored that touchdown. He's going to be light as a feather and ready to rumble.
He was the first man into the backfield there as Zeltman ran the read option and read it wrong.
He was, but
we do know that it extends to infinity. So,
well, as Mizzou fans, yes, we know it extends back around the world and back to the line of scrimmage again. Look out, baby.
In trouble in the backfield. Bryson Varner rolls it out back at the 49. He fumbled the football. The officials say he was down back at the 47. And a loss of 15 yards and another turnover. Third down and 8. For the Falcons from the 50-yard line. Hare rolling back to his left, now looks back to his right and throws, and wide open over there is Hall. 50, 45, 40, got the first down inside Borgia territory to the 38-yard line. 12-yard gain and a first down, and that was well run by the Falcons as they ran everybody to the left, then threw it back to the right, and it was Hall motoring it down the field. It's Wilde and Pringer. Hare takes his time, takes the snap, fakes a pass to the left side. Willie's wide open down the left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. The pump and go.
There's the record.
35 yards for the touchdown. And what we've been talking about, this will mean that Dylan Hare is the first quarterback in Missouri, first player in Missouri history to throw for 10,000 yards and run for 5,000 yards. 48 seconds to play, second quarter. The Blair Oaks Falcons lead the Borgia Knights by the score of 48-7 on MidmoSportsOnline.com. We'll return to the Falcon Athletic Complex after this timeout. as we take a look at our friend Ron Haynes on the sidelines, and we're reminded by looking at Ron Haynes, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans, and a blessed Veterans Day to everybody who has served this country, as Ron Haynes has, an ex-Marine, and you know Ron Haynes' name from doing the great highlight videos that we show you every week on our Facebook site, as he does great highlight videos of the Blair Oaks Falcons football, and he'll also be with us during our basketball season as well. He runs our camera for us during basketball season. So happy Veterans Day to Ron Haynes. He's put in a lot of years in the military, and we're glad to have him on our side here at Midmo Sports Online.
I thought they might go that route.
First down and 10 for the Borgia Knights from their own 23-yard line. Clock running with 6:19 to go in the third quarter. Zeltman, the quarterback, runs to the right side, and he gets wiped out in the backfield, and he lost the football after he hit the ground, and he hit the ground hard.
Zeltman on the carry from the Knights.
And it might have been Kerperin back there on the tackle for the Falcons from the 22-yard line. Zeltman turns, hands, and that is the sophomore running back Wolf hitting up the middle. Gets out to about the 25. And a gain of about 3 yards on the play. And it'll bring up now a third down and about 9. First and 10 from the 36-yard line. Hare takes the snap. Quarterback draw up the middle. Here he goes. 40, 45 to the near sidelines. 50 down the sidelines. 45 and runs out of bounds. They'll mark him out at the 41-yard line of Francis Borgia. Second down and 2 now for the Falcons from the 18-yard line. Hare hands off to Lackman, trying to get to the corner, and he cuts it up inside the 15, to the 10, to the 5, puts his head down. Touchdown, Falcons! Hayden Lackman. Good running room over the left side as the play got strung out, but he kept on going and goes into the end zone from 18 yards out, and the Falcons are back on the scoreboard.
As we're down to the last 2 seconds of the third quarter, so we'll take this into the fourth quarter.
So the third quarter is quickly over, as it should be with the running clock, and the Blair Oaks Falcons will go to the fourth quarter, leading St. Francis Borgia by the score of 54-7. And Zeltman runs to the right on the option, pitches late to Volbert, and he gets turned upside down. Maybe got a yard on the play as Blaha handles the option pitch well and knocks down Volbert after a gain of about a yard. And it will bring up now a third down. The sophomore quarterback on the long count takes the snap, fakes the handoff. No, it is a handoff to Wolf. And I said fake the handoff because he stopped when he got the line of scrimmage, and the Falcons were quickly to jump on top of him and throw him down. And it looks like, once again, in on the tackle was Carson Luebbering on third and long. Falcons show blitz. Volmert takes the snap, and here they come. And Volmert, Midler goes back, and he gets thrown down. Brady Kerperin with the takedown. Threw him back to the 30. They'll mark him down at the 26. Brady just kind of whipped him around and threw him down after about a 9-yard loss. Ball game ends as the Blair Oaks Falcons will win it here tonight. Foregone conclusion fairly early on as the Falcons go ahead and win it by the final score of 54-14. Midmo Sports Online, continuing coverage of high school football in mid-Missouri, will return to Wardsville and Blair Oaks High School after this timeout. With Kevin Richter on the camera and Ed Knist, I'm Dick Aldrich. And tonight the Blair Oaks Falcons move to 11-0, coming in the number 1 ranked team in the state of Missouri in Class 2 as they end the season for the Knights of St. Francis Borgia, who finish up at 6-5 as they go down to defeat by the score of 54-14.